Come here, Eli. Hi. I'm having a mild crisis. Oh no.
Come on.
He's going outside.
Bye.
Bye. Oh. Okay, let's see. How are we doing? Got sound going. If y'all hear talking, it's just my family and crying. Let's see. I started the stream just a little bit early tonight so I could get everything going. I was having some issues with the computer earlier, which meant I had to not do some prep work that I normally do in order to prepare for class. So I'm going to give everybody a minute to get on over. I'll go ahead and share playlist. Go. There's the playlist. Let's just see. Let's see who shows up. I'm going to test out my sound here. Let's see, can I hear this? Yes. Hello, you do live. This is great. Super happy to have you in class. See, I'm getting everything kind of settled. Okay, let me start my playlist over. Hold on. Y'all don't press play yet if you're going to listen with me. And also, if you missed the beginning of class with the small children running in and out, my husband and the kids are in our courtyard, which is like behind that door right there, grilling supper for tonight, which is super exciting. But it also means that they're closer to what's happening in here. So we may hear like children screaming noises. All right. Did I lose you, Emily? It looks like it dropped somebody. It may just be me because YouTube counts me in the viewers on my side. I have no idea what y'all see. Went to pee. Okay, great. I'll wait till you say that you're back before we'll get started. Okay. We've been good. Kind of like come full circle with this whole staying at home and doing nothing thing. And I got my oldest, my 3-year-old, to start taking naps again, as long as I nap with him. So I'm just kind of leaning into taking naps every day with the babies, which it could be way worse. All right. Make sure you can see my hands. Yeah, big time score. I'll take it. All right, let's see. I can see my music. I'm gonna make that a little bit smaller. And if y'all are using the playlist that I've shared, we'll all hit play right now. Cool. Let's find seated. Finding seated or any other comfortable position on our mats. And wherever we are, we're lengthening through the spine. So just thinking about being taller or elongating if we're lying down or in child's pose. Softening shoulders. Deepening the breath. Drawing belly button in. As we exhale, suppressing every last bit of air out that we bring into our bodies. And then inhaling, letting the belly expand like a balloon. Shoulders softening. Taking this moment before we begin moving to check in with ourselves, our bodies, the minds. How are we feeling in our bodies? What places are we wanting to take extra care of tonight? Where we may have lingering injuries. Noticing just our thought patterns, the things that we're telling ourselves. I'm going to tell my watch that I'm working out. So as we're performing this check-in, we might notice some things that we want to let go of for the next hour. We feel those things coming to the surface, just remembering to keep steady breathing, let those things go with an exhale. Just visualize them leaving. We'll begin incorporating some gentle movement, linking movement with our breath. And I've titled this class Go with the Slow Flow because I didn't really get a chance to plan a specific goal for this class today. So this is kind of just going to be moving how I feel. And so you can do the same. If I don't cue something specific that you feel like doing, please go for it. We're going to start just gently warming up the neck. So we're going to drop ear to shoulder. Inhale, rolling the head to the front, and exhaling, opposite ear, opposite shoulder, just going back and forth. And this neck movement is another good place to perform and check in. See where we're holding on to tension. If we notice any sticky spots as we're flowing from side to side, we can hold, maybe holding chin tucked to chest, maybe holding ear to shoulder. So if we like, we can change this head rolling side to side motion to a chin tuck and a look up. So gazing up on the inhale, tucking chin to chest on the exhale. Again, holding. If you feel like holding and deepening the stretch. For you, let the eyes close. Oh, one more time. And then just gazing straight ahead. We'll find eagle arms. So we'll cross right under left. And then taking right fingertips towards the face to place in left palms. If this feels really intense, you can simply just hug yourself, squeezing at the shoulders. If we're holding eagle arms with each inhale, we're thinking about the elbows drawing up and away from the chest, and the exhales, relaxing shoulders down. We'll unravel and then cross our arms the other way. Again, the left hand is coming towards the face to rest inside the palm. One more breath here. And unraveling, we're sweeping our arms up towards the ceiling on an inhale. Exhaling, letting them float in front of us, rocking into all fours. We're sinking our hips back over our heels for child's pose. Extending arms out, pressing finger pads into the mat. Relaxing the head towards the mat. Our knees may be tucked under us, or they could be wider, maybe the width of the mat. Remembering this is our yoga practice, our individual yoga practice. The great thing about practicing at home is we don't have to worry about anybody looking at us and wondering what we're doing, which nobody is really doing when we're in a class together anyway. But listening to our bodies, taking breaks when we need it, and understanding that breaks are still good things for our bodies. With that in mind, we're inhaling up to a kneeling plank. So the hips are coming forward from the knees at about a 45-degree angle, shoulders over the wrists. We're exhaling as we lower in Chaturanga. So bending the elbows, keeping them close into the body. We're inhaling into a baby cobra, so maybe just a little lift of the chest off the mat. Exhaling, chest comes back down. We're inhaling, pressing the upper body up in a long line. And then exhaling, sinking hips back over heels. Inhaling, back to kneeling plank. Exhaling, lowering to the mat. Inhaling, cobra. And as we warm up, we might come up a little bit higher each time. Exhaling, chest to the mat. Inhaling, pressing the upper body up in a long line. Exhaling, hips back over heels. So we're continuing through little kneeling sun salutation, moving at our own pace, linking breath with movement. So your pace may be faster or slower than mine. Go at a pace that's comfortable. Let's do one more round and we'll meet in child's pose. So the next time we find ourselves in child's pose, just pausing there. And then from child's pose, we'll find all fours, so rocking up to all fours. Knees underneath hips, wrists underneath shoulders. Fingers spread nice and wide. So we're inhaling to extend our right leg out behind us, flexing the foot. Hip is closed, so the hip bone is pointing straight down to the mat. Reaching through the heel. We're exhaling as we step this right foot into a kneeling lunge. We'll inhale, lifting hands off the mat, chest off of the thigh, gazing forward. Exhaling, hands sweep back down on either side of the foot. And we're stepping our right knee back underneath right hip. Inhaling, left leg out behind us, Foot is flexed, toes pointing down, reaching through the heel. Exhaling, sweeping the foot forward. Inhaling, hands reach up, chest comes off of the thigh. Exhaling, hands sweep back down. Inhaling, left knee back underneath left hip. Exhaling, sitting back into child's pose. Just noticing the breath, noticing the thoughts. Are we still in our bodies? Our minds not wandering to things going on. Later in the evening, replaying things that happened already today. Just enjoying moving and being in the moment, being in our yoga practice. We're inhaling up to all fours and then finding down dog. So tucking the toes, lifting knees off the mat, pressing chest back towards the thighs. As the knees straighten, heels lengthening toward the mat. They don't need to touch. You're just going that direction. So hips reach high, heels go low, and then chest press back towards thighs, shoulders relaxing down the back. We're gazing right between our feet on our mats. We're inhaling, lifting our gaze, and as we exhale, we're walking the feet to forward fold. Releasing the neck, letting the crown of the head point straight down. Maybe taking ragdoll arms, allowing the upper body to just hang limply. And inhaling, lifting up halfway, finding a flat back. So maybe fingertips stay on the mat, maybe hands come to the shins, maybe they come as high as the thighs. So we're drawing the shoulders away from the ears, belly button up towards the spine, lengthening through the crown of the head and through the tailbone. Exhaling as we release back into forward fold. We're inhaling, coming all the way to standing, hinging at the hips. Exhaling, palms to heart. Big inhale as arms sweep back up. Exhaling, diving forward, hip hinge, cores engaged the whole way down. Inhaling, lifting halfway. Exhaling, palms to the mat. We'll inhale and step back to plank. Knees or toes as we lower in chaturanga. Inhaling into cobra or maybe an up dog. And then exhaling as we find our way to down dog. We're inhaling, right leg out behind us into three-legged dog. And exhaling as we sweep the right leg to the top of the mat, knee stacking over our ankle. So if our foot stops way back here, we just inch it forward. Don't want our knee going past our toes. We're inhaling into crescent lunge, sweeping the arms up, chest coming off of thighs. Shoulders soften, sinking into our crescent lunge. Then exhale, sweeping the hands back down. Inhaling, stepping right foot back. Exhaling, lowering in chaturanga. Knees or toes. Inhaling, cobra or up dog. And exhaling to down dog. Inhale, left foot reaches behind us into three-legged dog. Exhaling, we'll sweep it to the top of the mat. Inhaling to high lunge. Exhaling, hands come down. Inhale, stepping left foot back to plank. Exhaling, lowering in chaturanga, long straight line. Inhaling, cobra or an up dog. Exhaling, pressing back to down dog. Let's pause here. Few deep breaths. Reset the feet. Lengthening through the spine. We'll inhale, right leg out behind us. And as we exhale, we'll sweep the foot to the top of the mat once more. So finding low lunge here. We'll inhale, reaching right arm up towards the ceiling. And we can drop this back knee down for support if that feels better for us. Or keep it lifted. Finding a twist. We'll exhale, right hand down. We're going to pivot back foot so that the edge of the foot is parallel to the back of the mat. We're bringing our right hand to the inside of our leg, straightening right leg, and opening left arm up towards the ceiling in triangle. So if we have a block with us and we notice that maybe our shoulders are coming forward, that chest is collapsing, we can bring a block to the inside of the foot, give us some height to open up. We want this heart shining forward and not towards the floor. We can also just prop up on our legs, so maybe bringing the hand to the shin or as high as the hip. Then inhale, we'll lift the torso up, and exhale, sink back into this right knee, into warrior two. Shoulders softening, strong core, belly button drawing up and in. Strong gaze over right middle finger. And we can lunge as deeply into this front leg as we like. So the more this front thigh comes to parallel to the floor, the more intense we'll feel the pose, more intensely we'll feel it. We can also just have a little bend. Also, the light's going to change in here like crazy because it looks like the sun is deciding to just come out before it sets. We're inhaling, tilting back into reverse warrior. So light touch of our left hand on the back leg. Right arm reaching up. We'll keep this right knee turned on and bent. Finding some opening in that right side body from the hip into the armpit. And exhaling, we'll windmill our hands down on either side of our front foot. We'll pivot on back toes, and inhaling, we're stepping our right foot back to plank. Exhaling, lowering in chaturanga. Inhaling to cobra or an up dog. And exhaling, pressing the chest back towards the thighs and down dog. Let's take a moment here and pause. Give the head a little shake, encouraging the neck to stay loose. And when we're ready, we'll do that same sequence on the other side. So we're inhaling left leg behind us into three-legged dog. Exhaling, sweeping the left foot to the top of the mat. So right hand stays on the mat this time. We're inhaling, left arm up towards the ceiling. Once again, maybe taking the knee to the floor if that feels better for us. I'm just holding and breathing in this twist. We'll exhale as left hand floats down. And then we're pivoting our right foot down, edge of the foot parallel to the back of the mat. Left foot will come up to the inside, left hand will come to the inside of left foot. And we're extending right arm up towards the ceiling as we straighten into our left leg. We'll be propping the hand up higher on the leg if that means that we can open our chest better. Let those shoulders stack on top of one another. Like we're trying to make our body as flat as possible. We're inhaling, lifting the torso up to standing, and then exhaling, sinking back into left knee. So finding warrior two. Gazing over the left middle finger. Shoulders are soft, belly button drawing up and in, tailbone lengthening down. Strong core. Stacking our shoulders over our hips. We're flipping our left palm open, inhaling, tilting back into reverse warrior. Just a light touch on that back leg. We're not trying to prop our upper body up. Just giving us a point of contact for how far we're reaching. And also just avoiding pressing into the knee. So if you feel your hand on a press right there, maybe just come up a little bit higher or see if you can reach past it towards the calf. And we just avoid that because our knee doesn't bend the way that our hand would press on it. And then exhaling, windmilling the hands down on either side of our front foot. Pivoting on back toes. Inhaling, stepping our left foot back to plank. Exhaling, lowering in chaturanga. Inhaling, cobra or an up dog. Exhaling to down dog. So we're going to link those poses. Increase the speed just a little bit, but this is still a go with the slow flow class. So not bringing it into like a power yoga type. It's still one breath at a time, but slow breaths. So we'll inhale our right leg out behind us when we're ready. Exhaling, sweeping the right foot to the top of the mat. So slow and controlled as we bring the foot forward. We're inhaling, right arm up towards the ceiling. We'll exhale the right hand down. Pivoting on our back toes. Bring the right hand on the inside of right foot. Inhaling as we straighten into the leg, unfurling the top arm towards the ceiling. Inhaling, picking our torso up, upper body comes up. Exhaling into our warrior two, bending into the right knee. Inhaling, right palm towards the ceiling, tilting back into reverse warrior. And then exhaling all the way down. Hands windmill, pivot on our back toes. We're stepping our right foot back to plank. Exhaling as we lower. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And exhaling to down dog. It's also an option to go straight from plank to down dog at any point. If you feel like your body needs a break, you can kind of cut that chaturanga out if you want. We're inhaling, left leg out behind us, three-legged dog. Exhaling, swooping it to the top of the mat. Right hand stays on the mat, inhaling, left arm reaches. Exhaling, bringing the hand down. Back foot pivots down, left hand on the inside of left foot, straightening into our front leg, inhaling. Right arm reaches towards the ceiling. Next inhale, lifting the upper body. Exhaling, bending back into our left leg. Inhaling, right palm open. Reaching up towards the ceiling as we tilt back into reverse triangle. Exhaling, windmilling the hands down. Pivoting on back toes. Inhaling, left foot back to plank. So vinyasa or straight to down dog from here. You choose. We'll go one more time to each side. Inhaling, right leg behind us. Exhaling, sweeping it to the top of the mat. Inhaling, right arm reaches. Exhaling, right hand down. Back foot pivots down, right hand on the inside of right foot. Straightening our front leg, right arm reaches. Inhaling, upper body comes all the way up. Exhaling, bending into right leg. Inhaling to reverse warrior. Exhaling all the way down. Pivoting on back toes, inhaling right foot back. Vinyasa or straight to down dog. Inhaling, left leg reaches behind us, three-legged dog. Exhaling, we'll sweep it to the top of the mat. Inhaling, left arm towards the ceiling. Exhaling, left arm floats down. Right foot pivots down. Left hand on the inside of left leg. Straightening into left leg. Right arm reaching. Inhaling, we'll come all the way up. Exhaling, lunging into left leg. Warrior two. Inhale, reversing our warrior. Exhaling all the way down. Pivoting on our back toes. Left foot back to plank. Vinyasa or straight to down dog. And inhaling, lifting the gaze, and exhaling, walking to forward fold. Releasing the head, lengthening the back of the neck, allowing the upper body to hang limply. Sway side to side if that feels good. Shaking your head yes and no if that feels good. We might have a big bend in our knees or a little bend. It depends on how tight our hamstrings are feeling this evening. We can interlace our fingers at the low back, at the tailbone, and then lengthen the knuckles up towards the ceiling, squeezing the shoulder blades together. The chest expansion in our forward fold. We're trying to keep palms together, so pressing the palms together as the optimal range of motion for safety, just being super cautious. We'll exhale and release the hands to the mat if we're reaching back. And then inhaling as we come to standing with a cat back. So rounded back, one vertebrae stacks on top of the one for it. Take a couple of shoulder rolls at the top, and then we'll do some standing balancing. So if you know you like to be in a certain place in your room or just stand off the mat, you can go ahead and move there. I'm going to take a quick sip of water. Okay. So let's balance on our right foot first, and we'll begin in just an easy tree pose. We'll bring the sole of the foot to the leg, either toe on the floor for extra support. We can bring the toe to the ankle, to the calf, or the inner thigh. We'll bring hands to prayer. And I was reminded something the founder of my yoga training school that I'm certified through said, one of my recent trainings, she said, we don't shove anything anywhere in yoga. So if you find yourself trying to force your body into a certain expression of a pose just because you think that's the way that it's supposed to look, then you're not doing yoga anymore. So remembering to be kind to our bodies. Pressing bent knee open so that it's in line with the standing leg. Thinking about rooting through the right foot, so the foot that's making contact with the mat right now. We're grounding into the mat, pressing our weight down, feeling the four corners of the foot, distributing our weight evenly. And then our core is activated, providing additional support and balance. So that's drawing the belly button up and in. And we're thinking about lengthening through the crown of the head. So crown of the head reaching up, maybe imagining like a marionette, a puppet string that's attached all the way through our spine, and it comes out the top of our head and attaches into the ceiling. So we'll let left foot find its way to the mat now. So just letting it drop to the mat. Maybe giving right foot a little shake. So we move to the other side. So finding the four corners of left foot, balancing there, and then bringing right foot to left leg. Probably the same place that we had it before, but maybe not necessarily. Same thing applies here. We've got tall trees in our tree pose. Tall and strong. Strong roots. Imagine the roots like a real tree, where you know that root system goes real deep into the ground, spreads way out away from the tree, and that's what keeps those tall, dense, and heavy trees from falling over. Strong core. Let right foot step back to the mat. Switching tree pose to the other side. And then we'll play around in tree pose from here. So we've got our strong foundation. Maybe a little bit of muscle memory going now. We can play with our limbs a little bit. Maybe hands reach up towards the ceiling. Got some branches going in our tree. Maybe the left foot comes off the leg. Maybe we can peel the heel off, just the toes touching. Maybe the toes can come off as well. And kind of hang out in sort of like a weird, spooky tree. And we'll switch to the other side. So left foot finds the mat. We'll bring hands back to prayer, just resetting. Right foot to left leg. And this is where it might be a good idea to not look at me on the screen, because that could be wobbling around and making you lose your balance. So maybe letting that drishti, our focal point, our gaze drop to the floor, maybe something on the wall that's not moving. When we're set, maybe we add the branches, add our arms. Tall spine, strong core. Maybe the heel comes off the leg. Maybe the toes. And our weird spooky tree. Exhaling, letting the right foot find the mat. Hands can come to our sides and we'll find mountain pose. So turning from tree into a mountain, grounding through the four corners of both feet, feet about hip distance apart. We're bending just a little bit into the legs, so a micro bend, a tiny bend in the knees, drawing the thighs up, tailbone lengthening down, belly button up and in, shoulders soft, palms facing out, lengthening through the back of the neck. Tall spines, tall puppet string spine. We'll bring our hands out in front of us, and we're going to make our way to the mat by coming up onto our toes and squatting down. So like we were going to sit back in a chair. And if this doesn't feel great on your knees, you can definitely just keep the feet flat and take a wider stance and lower that way. So we'll do a little bit of floor work to get some activation in the core, in the glutes, and in the back. Let's find boat pose. So our boat pose can look different than what I'm doing, maybe what we've done in a different class, what you're used to. So lots of variations, finding one that suits our body. So here we can balance, arms out, knees bent, shins parallel to the floor. A little bit easier version is keeping the toes on the floor. And if you've been doing your quarantine abs, you might be feeling real strong. So maybe we balance and we straighten the legs, belly button up and in. Shoulders soft, lengthening through the back of the neck. Belly button drawing up and in. We welcome any shaking because that means that our body is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Our muscles are working. We'll exhale, letting the legs come to the floor and take it to a forward fold. It's okay to round here, stretch the low back. So we want to be operating from a place that is pain-free in the low back. But sometimes the tension of keeping everything tight means that it feels good to stretch it out. So we're coming back to seated. We'll find boat pose again. This time we'll add some movement. We'll take our hands out real wide, kind of behind our hips. So shoulders softening. We're going to do some circling of the legs. So we're going to inhale, send them out to the right, and then exhale, draw a big circle, drawing the knees back towards the nose. We'll go 2 more times this way, and then we'll go 3 times the other way. So we're inhaling, sending them out to the right, exhaling, drawing them in. Inhale, sending them out. Exhale, drawing them in. Let's pause, and then we'll send them out to the left. Inhale, send them out to the left. Exhale, drawing them in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Last time. Inhale out. Exhale in. And then finding forward fold. Feel free to kind of rock it back and forth. Maybe bend into the knees. And then we're bringing the soles of the feet to the floor as we roll to our backs, 1 vertebrae at a time. So the core is engaged the whole way down. So scooping the abs in, belly button drawing towards the spine. 1 vertebrae imprints into the floor, and then the next follows. We're going to bring the shins parallel to the floor. We're going to think about that belly button drawing down, shoulders maybe softening away from the ears. And we'll do some toe taps. So as we exhale, we're tapping toes to the mat. Inhale, belly button stays tight in. We'll pick the toes up. Exhale, belly button drawing down, down, down. Toes tap the mat. Inhale, shins lift. All right, we'll take over at our own pace, moving with the breath. Still a slow flow. This is targeting the lower abs, lower abdominals. We'll do 1 more, and then we'll kind of move up our abdominals and hit the center, and then the obliques, and then the transverse. So let's set feet down on the mat. We'll find an easy yoga crunch. So hands either at the back of the head or the fingertips to the sides of the face. We just want a light, free neck here. We're exhaling, drawing the belly button down, lifting the shoulders and the head off the mat. Inhaling, shoulders and head relax down. Exhale, crunching up. Inhale, relax, taking over at our own pace. The quality of the movement, way more important than the quantity. So 5 real good reps are always better than 10 sloppy reps. Really feel the mind-body connection forming. So we can keep going here. If we want to bring it into the obliques, we'll bicycle the legs. In a couple ways we can do that. We can just bring the knee in towards elbow, set it down, come to center, exhale, switch. We can increase the level of difficulty by picking the feet up. So shins stay parallel to the floor, or that sitter is parallel to the floor. And then even more is that you lengthen the opposite leg out as we twist. So you can kind of pick your poison here. We'll go 1 more time to each side.
And then letting the upper body relax to the mat, feet flat, hands to our sides. We're inhaling, lifting the hips into bridge. So this is where we can work our glutes and get into the transverse abdominis, the deep corset muscles, drawing belly button down, down, down as we're lifting into the hips. Knees are hip distance apart, feet hip distance apart. So just making sure that our knees aren't going out wide. Squeeze the glutes to get the lift in the hips. Exhale, lower one vertebrae at a time. Now we'll get into some deeper stretches. Let's lengthen left leg out and we'll extend right leg up towards the ceiling. If you've got a strap or anything that you can use as a strap, a belt or something, you can grab that. You don't necessarily need it. I'll give you a little bit more intensity though if you do have it. If you want a lot of opening in the hamstrings, and we'll get into the IT band as well. So as we're working on this right hamstring, my point, flex the foot. Even draw a circle with the toes, remembering to reverse our circle. Still breathing. We're exhaling to bend this knee, hugging it into the chest. The right will cross right knee over the left leg, finding a spinal twist. Right hand can lengthen out perpendicular to the body. Maybe bending into the elbow, creating a cactus shape with the arm. We'll gaze towards the arm, keeping right shoulder on the mat. Just holding and breathing, enjoying the stretch. Inhaling, we'll bring knee back to the chest, rolling to our backs. We'll extend right leg out. And inhale, lift left leg towards the ceiling. Again, maybe grabbing onto the back of the thigh, calf. Got our strap. You can grab a strap or a belt around the ball of the foot. Hold on to the strap. Maybe point and flex the foot. Do some circling of the ankles. Whatever feels good. Exhale as we bend, left knee, hugging the knee into the chest. Knee cross over, right leg, left arm, reaching out, finding spinal twist on this side. The left shoulder stays on the mat. So we'll only twist as far that left shoulder can stay down. So maybe our knee kind of stops where it's off the ground, and that's fine. You can have a block or a pillow. If you want to make it more restorative, you could bring that underneath the leg. Inhaling as we roll to the back, bringing our left knee in and then extending it out. We'll draw our right leg up towards the ceiling. And this time we're going to let it cross over left leg and keep the leg extended. So rather than bending into the knee we did before. So again, spinal twist, leg extended. We're able to reach for the big toe with our left hand. Peace fingers of our left hand. I could do that again if we had our strap or even like a workout band. And then wrap that around the ball of the foot. Just bring a stretch deeper into the IT band. I don't know what y'all have been doing if you were gym goers before lockdown. That's what my husband and I did, was go to the gym like 3 times a week. And to fill the void, we started running again. And my legs had a tough adjustment period. Anything that gets deep into hamstrings and IT band, hip flexors, my body has been particularly loving. Maybe we're all just sitting at desks on Zoom meetings all day long, and these kinds of stretches would still feel good. So bend the knee to letting go of foot or strap, drawing the knee back to center, and then switching legs. So right leg extend out, left leg up towards the ceiling. And then we'll take strap or hand, or even just let the leg fall. You can reach for a big toe if we want it. Left arm out, perpendicular to the body. And as we're switching from side to side, we might notice or note some imbalances. One side might be tighter than the other. Also, it is fine to keep a bend in the knee if that feels better in your body. And gaze towards our left hand. Just take one more deep breath here. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Bend our left knee, drawing it back to center. Extend the left leg out on the mat as we find Shavasana. So whatever expression of final relaxation pose you would like to take. Get up to turn my lights off in here. I'm seeing my husband come back and forth with food into the kitchen. There's a good chance we might experience some distracting noises, and I apologize for that. Hear baby sounds and doors opening and closing. Don't be alarmed. So wherever we come, thinking about softening the neck and shoulders. We're lying on our backs, maybe tucking the shoulder blades way down the back. Flip the palms face up, letting them rest about a foot away from the body. Legs and feet heavy and limp, falling open naturally. We might feel our bodies wanting to give in to rest, a heaviness. And if we do, we can just surrender to that. Feel some resistance. You can scan the body. Those places that are holding on to tension. Do what we can to let it go. So it might be in our fingers and our toes. If it is, we can just curl toes in, clench our fists, squeeze real tight. And release. We can do that to any other part of our body. This is the legs. We squeeze every muscle in the leg up into the glutes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And relax. Maybe it's our thoughts that are keeping us from relaxation. So as we're quiet observers of those thoughts, non-judgmentally noticing them as they come to the forefront of our thoughts, of our mind. We can tell ourselves now's not the time to indulge those thoughts. Let them go. Visualize them leaving the mind's eye, a cloud or a puff of smoke with each and every exhale. Because just as it's important to rest our bodies, it's important to rest our mind. Enjoying these next few moments of quiet rest. Protecting it. Just enjoy breathing in our mats. Begin to wake ourselves back up. Inhaling deeply, wiggling our fingers and toes to bring movement back into the body. Rotating wrists and ankles. And I'll cue us to seated from lying flat on the backs, but if you're flat on our backs, but if you're in any other position, we're just making our way to seated. You can do that in any way that is comfortable for you. So we may let the little movements turn into a big stretch, pointing the toes towards the front of the room, reaching arms overhead. And exhaling, knees to chest. Wrapping our arms around our shins. Maybe hands at the backs of the thighs as we rock side to side, giving low backs a massage. And then we'll let our knees fall to whichever side they want to fall as we roll into a fetal position. This is sometimes called cradle pose. Take a few deep breaths here before we press up to seated when we're ready. We're taking one final breath together. Inhaling as our arms sweep up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, palms to heart. Thank you for practicing with me tonight or whenever you're watching this video, if you're watching it on replay. Namaste. Thank y'all for coming to class. It was good to see you through the interwebs, Emily. No, I can't really see you. I hope y'all are doing okay. And hopefully we'll be back at Ollie soon. Also, if the weather is good, Greenhouse is doing, well, me through Greenhouse is doing a pop-up in the park class Thursday evening at Tim's. Yes, it was good to see you too. So I'll, if the weather's good, I know the team, we haven't even made a, track. Yeah, it is hard to keep track of what's happening. It's real hard. And life and stuff. Yes, at Tim's at the walk-in track. So it'll be at 5:30 to 6:30 if it's not raining. So I hope so. And if it is raining, I will be here doing our regular live on YouTube class. Cool. Okay, yeah, it's near us too. We walk there all the time. That's why I thought it would be a good place. Greenhouse is doing lots of pop-ups in different parks over through Hattiesburg, but I think they're trying to make it more like just for members. But since I'm teaching, I think it's okay for me to like invite some folks to it. So my boss lady will let me know if it's not. Oh, there's a small child. Hey, buddy. All right. We'll go eat some supper. And I hope, if you can make it, it would be good to see you. So I'll see everybody. And yes, kid. Yeah, it'll be fine. We're all into creating good karma at Greenhouse. So if that means letting extra folks zip in, and I think we're all okay with it. All right, you want to say bye, Eli?
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Y'all have a good evening. See ya.
Hey, that's me.
That's you.